Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 20. Na prahrishet priyam prapya, no dvijet prapya cha priyam, sthira buddhir asammudho, brahmavit brahmani sthitaha. The meaning of this verse is, a person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant, nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God, is to be understood as already situated in transcendence. So Srila Prabhupada explains these terms, self-intelligent, signs of God, etc. The symptoms of the self-realized persons are given in this verse. The first symptom is that such a person is not illusioned by the false identification of the body with his true self. Most people are thinking, I am the body. But a self-realized person never identifies himself with his body. Also, it is our nature, we get something pleasant, we are pleased. Now, what is it that is considered pleasant? That which satisfies my senses. Actually, sense satisfaction is not real pleasure, because my senses at the present moment are diseased. Therefore, in the scriptures, in the Narada Pancharatra, it is said, Tat paratvena nirmalam. One has to purify the senses in Krishna consciousness. Now Srila Prabhupada explains, Krishna consciousness does not mean that we become void of the senses. Some philosophers say, you don't desire at all. But we say, in Krishna consciousness, don't desire nonsense. Desire Krishna. Desire must be there. And as soon as desire is purified, then I will desire only Krishna. When one is desiring only Krishna, that is his healthy state. And if somebody is desiring something else, something other than Krishna, then he is understood to be in a diseased condition. What is a diseased condition? It means contaminated by Maya. And this is external. So the philosophy of Krishna consciousness movement is not to stop desiring, but to purify our desires. Now, how can we purify our desires? By Krishna consciousness. Very simple example can be given. If I desire a very nice apartment for my personal sense gratification, that is diseased desire. And if I desire a nice costly temple for Krishna, that is purified desire. Desire must be there. And here it is said, who is self-intelligent, unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God. Self-intelligent refers to a person who knows perfectly well that he is not this body. Such a person is self-intelligent. He knows he is spirit soul, he knows he is part of God. Signs of God. What is the signs of God? When the body is in the healthy condition, then the different parts of the body serve the whole body. Just like this finger. This finger is a part of my body. In the healthy condition, this finger will serve my body. When it is not in the healthy condition, it cannot serve. Similarly, we are part and parcel of Krishna, when we are engaged in transcendental loving service of Krishna, that is our healthy condition. That's our natural condition. So that is our situation in Brahman. Similarly, when we are fully convinced, I am part and parcel of God, my duty is to serve God, that means I must utilize everything for satisfaction of Krishna. This steadiness of mind, when one does not lament or one does not hanker for anything, that is the state of sthira buddhi, self-intelligence. Such a person is said to be Brahmavit, means he knows what is Brahman and therefore is situated in Brahman or transcendence, Brahmani sthitaha. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 21. Bahyasparsheshu asaktatma vindati atmani yat sukham sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshayam ashnute. The meaning of this verse: such a liberated person is not attracted to material sense pleasure or external objects, but is always in trance, enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, the self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness, for he concentrates on the Supreme. So Srila Prabhupada explains what is this position. It is explained that one who is situated in a transcendental position is not attached. Those who are materially situated, they take pleasure externally, which is due to the contact of the senses. The highest sense contact which is pleasurable is sex contact. Now, one who is situated in Brahman, such a person has no connection with external things, and therefore they do not enjoy this sense pleasures, external sense pleasures, bahyasparsha. So this sort of happiness due to sense contact, that is not enjoyed by a person who is situated in Brahman or in Krishna consciousness. Now, Atma means mind, Atma means body, Atma means soul. So whether we consider the Atma as body, soul or mind, a person situated in Krishna consciousness is detached from all kinds of external happiness. Therefore, it is said here, Vindati, enjoys, Atmani yat sukham, enjoys within himself. That is real happiness. Now, when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, the word Rama which appears in the Hare Krishna mantra, that Rama means unlimited enjoyment in real happiness. So another meaning of the word Rama is based on the derivative of this word, Ramante. Ramante means to enjoy. Ramante yogino anante satyanande chidatmani iti Ramapade nasau param brahma bhidhiyate. This is a verse which means yogis, who are yogis, yoginaha, means those who are advancing in Krishna consciousness. And Satyanande means in actual happiness, because the living being is Satchidananda. Happiness is his prerogative. He cannot be without happiness. Why should he be put into miseries? That is not his position, to be in misery. Always supposed to be in happiness. But in material conception of life, we do not know what is real happiness. Whereas the yogis, who are transcendentalists, advanced in spiritual life, they know what is real happiness. So, Ramante yogino anante. Anante means happiness which is no end. According to Vedic culture, happiness ultimately has no end. But in the material world, what is our conception of happiness? We think happiness in limited terms only. We always think of happiness which has got an end. But spiritual happiness is really unlimited. Why? Because Chidatmani. Chit means knowledge. So when Atma is developed in full knowledge of Krishna consciousness, that happiness one experiences in that state is called real happiness. And that is unlimited. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse number 22. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. The meaning of this verse is, an intelligent person does not take part in sources of misery which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Now, further, Krishna is telling, anybody attached to this pleasure from the sense contact, such a person is simply inviting miseries of life. Any enjoyment which is derived from sense contact, sense touch, we should know it is meant for our miserable life. Dukkha yonaya evate. In the future, I'll have to suffer. Sense control is very essential in spiritual advancement of life. And material happiness is simply derived out of touch of the senses, and it is clearly stated here in this verse as the mother of all miseries. What is the mother of all miseries? Yan maithunadi grihamedi sukham hi tucham. Kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkham. In this material world, people are thinking they are happy because they have got some sex pleasure. And what is that sex pleasure? That is described in the Bhagavatam. Kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkham. Supposing somebody has got an itch on the hand, and to relieve themselves of the itch, they will keep on scratching. After scratching, somebody may feel some relief or pleasure. But the after effect of the scratching is very, very horrible. Similarly, sex desire is a kind of itching sensation. So, Bhagavatam it is said, Kandutivan manasijam vishaheta dhiraha. One who wants to cure this itching sensation should be a little tolerant. Tolerate a little. It will become automatically cured. If you stop scratching, you see, automatically it will become all right. But that sparshaja sukha, the happiness which is enjoyed by the sense touch, that is dukkha yonayaha. Lord Krishna says in this verse particularly, it simply keeps on generating distress. Somebody may say, oh, after all, there is happiness, so why should I refrain? Now, Lord Krishna says, Adi Anta Adyantavanta Kaunteya. In the beginning, it is distress, and it is distress at the end also. Nateshu ramate buddhaha. Therefore, those who are intelligent, they do not try to enjoy such pleasures, sense contact pleasure, knowing that actually it is only distressful in the beginning and in the end. In the Bhagavatam, it is also said by one Lord Rishabhadeva when he is instructing his sons, my dear sons, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure while in the human form of life, because such sense pleasure is available even to the stool-eating hogs Rather, you should undergo penances in this life by which your existence will become purified. And as a result of purification of your existence, you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss. Therefore, it is said, true yogis or learned transcendentalists are not attracted by sense pleasures, which are causes of continuous material existence. Instead, they take pleasure by purifying themselves through transcendental bliss, which is unending, unlimited. I'll take some questions now. How to practically remember and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 24 hours a day, like when we are sleeping. Now, in our present state, we should try to chant the Hare Krishna mantra at least in our waking hours as much as possible. We cannot imitate the exalted devotees who are always engaged in chanting. We cannot do that. But we can practice and gradually increase. Gradually increase. It should not be like a burden. That is a test of proper chanting, not like a burden. So, just like in the beginning, when somebody is told you to chant 108 times, they think 108 times, how can I chant? It's too much. But if they nicely practice, then chanting 108 times, which we say one mala becomes so easy to chant with practice. Similarly, we can increase that one mala of chanting per day to 2 malas per day, then 4 malas per day, then 8 malas per day, 16 malas per day. We can increase. And as we go on increasing, we do develop a little bit of taste for this chanting. So as taste develops, we can easily increase the chanting. Now again, another consideration for increasing the chanting is how we are able to minimize our other activities which practically fill up all of our waking hours. Material life means all the available time is simply filled up with so many different unnecessary activities. It's called anartha. This Bhagavata Dharma or Bhakti Yoga is meant to make us free from this anartha. Anarthopashamam sakshat Bhakti Yogam adhokshaje. If we practice Bhakti Yoga, which is devotional service to the Transcendental Lord Krishna, then anartha upashamam, all these unnecessary, useless, meaningless material activities will gradually reduce. So, corresponding to the reduction in material activities, if we chant Hare Krishna more and more, that is the way to increase the chanting. And as we become serious about devotional service, then automatically our demands of the body will reduce. Naturally it will reduce. Then we can increase chanting, at least fill all the waking hours. Then our demand for sleep will reduce. Then we can chant even more than just the waking hours. Our waking hours itself will be increased. So like that. To start spiritual life, any recommendations to start from holy book? The first book that one may read is one of the small books called Beyond Birth and Death. Because our present understanding is life begins at birth and ends at death. But this book specifically explains what is beyond birth and death very nicely. Next question. In this age of Kali, how can one be situated in transcendental platform? I have been practicing Krishna consciousness since lockdown, but my heart is going away from Krishna. How can I develop true love towards Krishna? Now, heart is going away from Krishna means there are distractions, external distractions, either due to old habits or even due to some kind of boredom that one experiences by doing any activity repeatedly. Now, Krishna consciousness should not be done in a mechanical way. By mechanical way, I mean somehow try to do some chanting or reading. No. It should be done thoughtfully, it should be done intelligently, it should be done nicely. Because there is no compulsion or force like that. You can take up Krishna consciousness voluntarily and then try to do it nicely. Even if the increase is gradual, it is okay. There is no need to suddenly increase the quantum of chanting or the quantum of reading, etc. There is no need to do that all of a sudden. So one can do it comfortably, very nicely, gradually, and try to understand and appreciate that how this Krishna consciousness is so very pleasing to the heart. Within, it is something which is pleasing within. It is not so much of an external show or external activity. It is more inside. The Bhagavatam says Krishna consciousness means transformation of the heart. It's a transformation within. It is not an external transformation that we are looking for so much. So therefore, the love for Krishna will develop gradually. First of all, we have to cleanse our heart. Cleansing the heart means becoming free from material desires, material aspirations. And our life becomes simplified, because of which we will save time. Otherwise, people in general say no time, no time, no time, because they are badly entangled in so many unnecessary activities. So a Krishna conscious person is free from unnecessary, unwanted, useless activities, material activities. So that is the way to actually become situated in Krishna consciousness gradually. Please elaborate what is meant by hopelessness in devotional service. What form does hopelessness come in day-to-day devotional activities? Hopelessness is when one feels that I'm keeping on doing some devotional service, but I'm not getting any results, or I'm not seeing any change, I'm not experiencing any real happiness, etc. So that sort of looking forward for some results, that is not the correct approach for Krishna consciousness. Because we should remember, until cleansing happens in the heart, there is no significant change within which will help you to experience something different internally. So that experience, you have to wait for sufficient cleansing. How can you know cleansing is happening? When you see that your restlessness is coming down. Our material life is such that we are always in anxiety, we are always restless. Whereas Krishna consciousness means this anxiety comes down, material anxiety comes down, restlessness comes down. material desires gradually become less and less. So these are all symptoms which are very encouraging and positive symptoms. And after some time, when cleansing has happened sufficiently, then one is able to experience a genuine peace of mind, genuine interest in Krishna consciousness. Next question. I am also doing Ekadashi Vrata regularly and I want to think about Krishna always. How can I be pure devotee like Hanuman and Bhakta Prahlad? Now, pure devotees are the most advanced devotees. They are completely pure in their heart. So, we have accumulated this contamination over millions of lifetimes. So, at least be patient that one lifetime I'll practice. Entire this life, let me practice. Whatever remainder number of years are there in this life, let me practice. And then at the end, I can expect complete purification. By the grace of the Supreme Lord, more than my own endeavor, it is my sincere efforts, and more importantly, it is Krishna's mercy. Krishna is very merciful, more eager to take us back to his personal abode. He wants us to go to him. So, Krishna will ensure that, provided we do whatever is required from our side. So, as we go on doing devotional service, the thinking about Krishna will naturally come. Devotional service means everything connected with Krishna, and that's a fact. Nothing is independent of Krishna, everything is connected with Krishna. Enjoying pleasure within. What is the nature of this pleasure? And in what form and where does one feel this? Pleasure within means it is not the sense contact. It is not the contact of the sense of touch or sense of smell or sense of sight or neither it is the mind which is the center of these five senses which is pushing these senses. It is not even that mental happiness. No. It is spiritual pleasure. It is pleasure which is due to Krishna consciousness. Pleasure of devotional service. And it is something to be experienced independent of the condition of the mind or the condition of the body. It is independent of all that. Next question. What is the difference between pleasure versus happiness versus transcendental bliss? Specifically, their state of permanence and belongingness to body versus soul. Which state includes peace? Pleasure, happiness, these are many times used interchangeably. But when it comes to transcendental bliss, the word transcendental itself suggests it is something to do with the soul, not with the body. Though the body, the mind and the intelligence, which are coverings for the soul, material coverings for the soul, when these are spiritualized or when these are purified of all material contamination, then these become the instruments for our experience at the level of the soul. Through the body, through the mind, through the intelligence, we are able to experience spiritual happiness. That is transcendental bliss. State of permanence is whatever is experienced at the level of the soul is permanent. Whatever is experienced at the level of the body, mind or intelligence, material body, material mind, material intelligence, that is temporary. And peace really means when we are completely freed from all kinds of material desires. That is the real state of peace, which is an eternal state of peace. Not sometimes we feel restless, sometimes I feel peaceful, sometimes I feel very anxious, sometimes I feel freedom from anxiety. This is not peace. Real peace is Total freedom from all material desires. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.